everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be sharing with you guys a recent shopping haul of mine on my recent trip to Egypt, specifically Cairo. I actually did go to Luxor as well. I was only there for 24 hours and I didn't actually buy anything. All the things that I bought was from my stay in Cairo. Now, Cairo is one of those places which is very, very busy. You can get a lot of amazing bargains. More so if you're coming from the West. The only reason I say that is, for example, my currency in the UK is the British pound, and in Egypt it is the Egyptian pound. And for me, one English pound equates to between 20 to 25 Egyptian pounds, meaning I get a really, really good rate. So for example, something may not cost me that much money, if that makes sense, because it's all relative. So I went to a couple of places. I went to the famous el-Kahlili souk stroke bazaar. I picked up some random things in the area that I stayed in, which is called Zamalek. It's like a little island in the middle of Cairo where a lot of artists and boutiques and more kind of upmarket shops are as well. So I bought a couple of things. Some of them were set prices, specifically in the artist boutiques where everything is handmade or has been sourced from local countries, and you can get a lot of amazing and very unique things as well. But in terms of, like, for example, the el-Kahlili bazaar, everything is there to be haggled with. So it's all down to really how comfortable you are haggling. Me and my friend haggled a lot, so we got quite a few good deals, and I will try to remember what price I paid for them because it was a couple of days ago now, and obviously you don't get receipts in places like the bazaar, so I just have to go by memory. So the first thing I'm going to share with you guys is actually from a shop which is a chain, and the shop is called Abu Auf. And I picked up these dates because Ramadan is coming up very soon, in the next couple of days. And don't get me wrong, I can get dates everywhere. I can get dates in London. You know, there are loads of areas where you can buy loads of good dates, but I specifically wanted Egyptian dates. So these are 100% Egyptian dates, and you can see the price right there says 20 Egyptian pounds. And that for me, you guys, is under £1. This 20 Egyptian pounds cost me less than an English pound to buy. How amazing is that? So you see what I mean? It depends on what country you come from. If you come from the US, you'll get a very good rate to your dollar, euros as well. So we're just lucky in that respect that we don't actually have to spend that much money at all. So this is about 400 grams worth of dates, which cost me under £1 English pound. What an amazing bargain. And this actual brand itself is sold in lots of supermarkets as well. They all come in various prices. It's just that I so happened to be in the shop at that time. Another thing that I picked up from that shop was this thing here called potato spices. Very random, I know. And here you can see this is what the spice itself looks like. It's like terracotta kind of haldi, turmeric sort of colour. And the thing is, the day before, you guys, I had some chips somewhere and they put these spices on it, and I believe it to be this. So as soon as I saw this, I was like, I have to have it, especially because, as you can see, it cost £12. This pretty much cost me 50p. 50p, you guys. 50 English pence is all this cost me. That is absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to use it. So far, just from one shop, I spent like £1.50, if that. All right, let's move on to something quite random. And the only reason I say random is because I actually got it from a food shop. I got these little towels, these Ramadan towels. I love the crescent moons on here. They looked so cute that I had to have it. Now, like I said, the shop that I got this from is called Gourmet. Now, because I was staying in Zamalek, as I already said to you guys, very upmarket area. They've got very upmarket shops as well as their supermarkets. And this shop just happened to be right around the corner from my hotel, so I actually got food from there at least 4 or 5 times, to the point where they started recognizing us and actually gave us free chocolates as a thank you, which was such a nice and kind thing to do. Now, generally the more affluent Egyptians tend to shop there because they generally tend to live more in Zamalek than other parts of Cairo. Obviously, I'm being completely general here, and you get lots of nice foods there. And for me, again, being a Westerner, it didn't actually cost me that much. And I saw these towels, and the guy said to me, because Ramadan is in a couple of days, we're obviously letting out some other kind of Ramadan related items. Now this, I can't remember how much exactly this cost me. Let's open one up. It's just a cute little hand towel, really. I think it's really sweet. If I think back, I think it cost me something between 150 to 200. So let's say if it did cost me about 150 for two of these, that's around and about £6.50, and I'm all right with that. Now generally in the UK, these for two of these, it would obviously cost a lot more than £6.50, especially because if you take into consideration the really nice embroidery work on here, that is not cheap at all. It's really nice and decent quality. These are going straight in the wash now, by the way, because they just came out of that packet, and I don't really tend to use or wear things that have come fresh from a shop. I've just always been like that, whether it's in Egypt or the UK or whatever. All right, as we're still in Zamalek, let's stay in Zamalek. So on one of my last days while I was there, and I was wandering around the shops trying to use up the last bits of my change and buy some souvenirs for some people, I came across this shop that was near my hotel, and the shop is called Ateeq Design, as you can see right here from their cute little bag. And they sell things like jewelry, they sell handmade jewelry, they send little knickknacks for the house, cutlery, pots and pans, wall plaques, that sort of thing. And I actually wanted to get some souvenirs for two of my friends, so I picked up these earrings. Now these earrings cost 100 Egyptian pounds each, which cost basically just over £4, and I'm all right to pay that for something which is handmade and absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, they are stylized in the shape of Africa, and then you have got the painted designs of people's faces in the middle on the actual design itself. And then I got the same one for another one of my friends. A little bit different, very unique. And then of course I had to get myself a pair as well, so I got these ones for myself, which I think are absolutely lovely. They're nice, they're lightweight, and again, they only cost me just about £4.10, £4.15, which is really, really affordable. And I think a great kind of souvenir for me to take away from the place to remind myself of my trip to Egypt. So this next shop that I went into was also full of very similar sort of things, furniture for the house, very unique stuff. In all honesty, if I could have packed up that shop and taken it back to the UK with me, I would have bought so much. But I just obviously can't take furniture back with me in my suitcase when my allowance is 23 kg. So I settled for this plaque right here, which I am in love with. This is tile, and the reason I bought this is because it's been put in a frame so I can hook it up and hang it up quite easily. For those of you that don't know what this says Allah, which is the name of God in Islam. And I wanted to get something nice for my dad because he said get me some nice stuff for the house, so I got this for him. This cost 320 Egyptian pounds. For me, that cost just over 13 English pounds, which is excellent. Another thing that I have to mention for those of you that may be going to Egypt at some point soon, in these boutique type shops and shops like Gourmet, they do take a debit card or credit card, so I was able to use my Monzo card and not have to worry about spending my cash money, which is so widely used in the rest of Egypt. Not a lot of places take card, but generally in areas in Zamalek, a lot of these places do, especially like larger restaurants and shops such as this. You can actually buy these tiles on their own. They had a variety of different ones as well. They cost a little bit less at about £270, £280. The only reason this costs more is because it comes with this wooden frame. It's quite weighty, absolutely gorgeous quality, and I am in love with it. Two random things which I picked up in the airport. Don't laugh at me, we all do it. Magnets. So I could have bought magnets in so many other places, but I really couldn't be bothered to haggle for a magnet. It's like such a headache, not worth it. So I picked this up for a few pounds. It didn't cost me much, to be honest. So this is just obviously to show I went on the camels and I went to see the pyramids at Giza, and it said Egypt on it. I specifically wanted something that actually said Egypt on it. And then I also got this little magnet right here, which I haven't even taken out of the packet yet. Now I know I'm not the only one who buys magnets of all their travels, so they can sit in their kitchen and stare at their fridge and go, ah, yeah, I went there. We all do it, don't we? It's not just me, right? All right, and then last but not least, my very stressful trip to el-Kahlili, and apparently me and my friend were very brave. We were told that we didn't take a tour guide with us. We did get hassled and stressed out quite a lot. The men there are absolutely vile, quite disrespectful, and generally you have to try to ignore it. I wasn't feeling the best that day either. I was very, very tired, so I may have shouted at a few men, and I don't apologise either. However, I did manage to find quite a few decent bargains. Now, the first thing was this set here of coasters. As you can see, they are absolutely gorgeous. I'm hoping that the light is shining off of the mother of pearl so that you can see. So here is the actual case itself. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different types of coasters that match with it. Now, before we actually went to the tourist side of el-Kahlili, we were shown by somebody helpful the other side where all the things are made, and he also showed us how the fake items look, the fake mother of pearl, the ones that people get ripped off with.
He give you the color. Here he doesn't give you the color because this is the plastic. Understand me? And look, this is mahogany wood, this is normal wood. Understand me? Look here. How many mother of pearl? Look here.
Unbeknownst to him that it would actually help us buy stuff from his competitor. Now, they tried to sell me this for 800 Egyptian dollars, which was absolutely ridiculous. Thanks to my friend, she saved me. So she actually managed to find a decent one for me in a shop which was full of different types of mother of pearl items for the house, and I actually got this for about 350. So that equals just over 14 English pounds, so about 14 pounds 40 according to my currency converter today. That's not bad at all, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, because we were already kind of aware of what the fake mother of pearl looked like, we can see the ones that had the shiny bits and didn't, so we knew the ones that didn't were fake. So I'm really happy with this. I got a really good deal on this, and my living room table looks absolutely gorgeous. Another thing that I really wanted while I was there was some pashminas, especially because even though I went in March, towards the end of March, it was cold, you guys. How could I come back to the UK and it's warmer here? And I was like, that doesn't seem right. So I actually wanted to pick one up for myself and one for my mum. So I got these 2 designs, and yes, we did have to haggle for these quite a bit as well. I can't remember exactly, but I think I paid 200 for both, or maybe 250. If it was 200 for both, that's between £8 and £9 for 2 of these absolutely gorgeous pashminas. I'm actually giving one of these to my mum because tomorrow, as I'm filming this, is Mother's Day. I'm not decided which one I'm going to give her. I might just let her choose, but I just absolutely loved the design of these. I wanted ones which had nice golden kind of thread within it. I didn't really want kind of plainish sort of ones. Like I said, I live in London. I mean, I can go to East London, I can go to Southall, where they have loads of different types of Indian style pashminas which are very similar looking to this. I mean, from looking at this, you can't say Egyptian, it's just a pashmina really. So I wanted one like this, so I think I got a really good deal on both of these. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. All right, so the area that I was probably in the longest and spent the most time haggling, to the point where I just wanted to punch people because I was getting really tired, was the famous area that you guys have probably seen all over the internet. It's one of the central parts of el-Kahlili, where they've got this big arched area where somebody is selling loads of different lanterns. And the only reason that that specific area is so popular is because it is aesthetically pleasing. I obviously stood there, posed, took my photos, everything looked great, but I actually did want to get a couple of lanterns for myself as well. Now, I bought 3 altogether, and I'm really struggling to remember how much I paid for all 3 because I was trying to haggle, but my friend was a lot better than I was. So I picked up these 3 lanterns, and I think I paid £4.50 for all 3 of them. I'm not 100% sure with my memory, and if I did, that means that I paid about £18 for 3 of them. So I first off got this slightly larger one, and as you can see, it's kind of got blue windows in it and then white ones, and then you just open it up, and inside you can put a tea light if you want to, or some string lights. Is completely up to you. And then I got these 2 matching ones for my bedroom, which is obviously, as you can see behind me, my bedroom is spring green, grey and purple. So I actually wanted one that would kind of match as best as possible. So I've got a little bit of blue there, I've got green there, and I've got yellow there. So that's basically my shopping haul for my Cairo trip. I got, like I said, quite a lot of bargains. Overall, what did I actually really spend? I didn't spend that much money, in all honesty. The majority of my money went on food. I can't even say I went on travel because Uber is so cheap out there. I just got my Uber receipts through as I got home, and it says on my bank account 60p, 90p. £2.50 is the most I spent on Uber because, again, of the currency converter exchange. Egypt is a great place to go for shopping, for great bargains as well, but please, please, please be careful, because I'm not going to lie to you, almost everyone out there trying to sell something to you is trying to scam you. The only ones that will not scam you are the ones which are in these boutique shops, which have actually got the prices already written on them, as well as places like Gourmet, where their prices are set by their head office and that sort of thing. It's only when you are buying things off off of street sellers, that you're more likely to get ripped off, but at the same time you're also likely to get good bargains if you understand what something actually costs. I come from London, so I know that something should not cost more than this amount and that sort of thing. So that's it for my little Cairo shopping haul. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you've got any comments or questions about anything that I've shown in this video, feel free to mention it below. If you're going to Cairo or you live in Cairo and you want to give anybody else some advice, please feel free to again mention it below. Please don't give me your opinions because I've already left, so I'm not going back in time now and then you telling me I got ripped off. Well, I don't want to know. Okay, let's just leave it at that. Yeah, I hope you guys are wonderful, fabulous and great. I'm gonna go tidy up my room now because I'm sitting on the floor because I'm still surrounded by half of my luggage. And on that note, I will bid you farewell and see you all in the next video. Bye.